Alright, these are going to be a voiceover of your notes of slope of graphs. We need to know that slope is the change in y over the change in x, which can also be written as the change in y over the change in x. You'll see it written like this more so next year in algebra than you will here this year. But slope is kind of like the steepness of a line, or steepness of a set of stairs or a ladder or something like that. So we have 4 different types of slope. And I reference this with SlopeMan. We have some eyes, we have the nose, we have his mouth. And he's kind of sad. So we're going to make a key for our SlopeMan. The plus is positive slope. So when you have a line that looks like this, we're going to have a positive slope. The minus sign is a negative slope. When you see a line that looks like this going downwards, that's going to be a negative slope. The U means undefined. Okay, when you see a line that's going up and down, that's going to be an undefined slope. And the zeros mean zero slope. That means the number 0. So when you have a horizontal line, you're going to have a 0 slope. Okay, so we're going to write down some steps for determining the slope of a graph. One thing I forgot to add up here, slope is the change in y over the change in x, but we can also say it's rise over run, because remember, on a coordinate plane, rise going up and down is your y-axis, and running going left and right is your x-axis. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is find perfect points on the graph, on the line, I should say. And what I mean by that is you can tell that the point is at 0, 1, or 1, 2, or -5, -3. Okay. The second thing we want to do is make a right triangle connecting the 2 perfect points. Step 3, determine the rise. Step 4 is determine the run. Step 5 is to plug into the rise over run fraction. Step 6 is to always simplify. And check for positive or negative slope. So those are your steps for determining the slope of a graph. We're going to take a look at a couple of examples to get some practice in. So these are the practice questions we're going to go over. If we look at number 1, it's a horizontal line. Okay? If we reference back to our SlopeMan, the horizontal line is the 0 slope. So this is a 0 slope. Okay. Number 2, we're already given perfect points here, because this point is at 0, 1, and this point is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, -4. So these are perfect points because I can tell their exact location. So we're going to make our right triangle. When I make my right triangle, you can start at either point and you can go up till you are even with this point, and then bring it over so you have your right triangle. Okay? You can either do it on the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the same answer no matter what. I'm going to take this away so it doesn't confuse you. Alright, so we are going to count. When we are counting, we're counting the boxes. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have rise over run. My rise is 5, my run is 5, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. But my answer has to be negative because my line is going down. If we look back at our slope man, a line that goes down is a negative slope. So my slope of this graph is -1. Looking at number 3. Again, we're going to make our triangle. We're going to go down until we are even with the next dot and go over. Now we count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have rise over run. My rise is 5. Rise is going up or down. And your run is 4, which is going left or right. My line is increasing, so it's going to remain positive. And we're going to keep it as 5 over 4. We don't want it to be a mixed number or a decimal, and 5 over 4 is as simplified as it can go. And we'll do one more. Number 6. We're going to bring this up to connect and over. This one is 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, it's rise. Slope of a graph is rise over run, or the change in y over the change in x. My rise was 2. My run was 8. And I can simplify 2 over 8. I can divide 2 by 2, and I can divide 8 by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And my line is increasing, so we will keep this positive.